Welcome, friends. Welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do a cocktail called the Lupita from this 1933 cocktail book called Cocktails, Their Kicks and Sidekicks. Now, 1933, this is a tequila or mezcal cocktail. Very few tequila or mezcal cocktails in cocktail books in this time period. This is one of only a handful that I have. And 1933 is a long time before the rules came into play about what you could call tequila and what tequila had to be made from. That doesn't happen until 1949. So the fact that this calls for tequila or mezcal, not that surprising, especially since at this time period, tequila and mezcal were pretty close to each other in their flavor profile. So I'm going to start out this one with mezcal. I'm using Montelobos. Dozens of mezcals in my cupboard that I could have chosen from, but I chose that one for some reason. And for tequila, I'm using this Cuervo. This definitely would have been on the shelves in this time period. Next up, it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of lime juice, and I'm using our Super Lime. 1/4 teaspoon. That's not much at all, is it? And a 1/4 teaspoon of grenadine, and this is our homemade grenadine. You can find that recipe also on our channel. So the thing about these small measurements is they're very difficult to do, but the reality is this cocktail book presents it as you would make 4 cocktails exactly the same in a beaker like this, stir it up, and then portion it out for your guests. But because I want to try and taste and try different things and get Julie and I each our own cocktail, I'm doing it in a smaller amount, which may be a bit of a mistake. Okay, stirred enough. We'll get a couple of glasses. And this one is the mezcal. And this one is the tequila. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Jules.
I see you're making tasting size,
Well,
which is good.
yes, but it's also, I mean, the farther back you go, cocktails were smaller.
Well, and they were also straight up alcohol.
Yes, they
right?
were.
It's not like they were alcohol and a soda or alcohol and juice. It was like, here's 3 alcohols together.
Well, yeah, and so a lot of the older, really older cocktail books, they're served in very tiny glasses. You were meant to have a taste and then go back to work. you were meant to sip through a bunch of different ones over an afternoon and not just be slamming back. It's a massive 12-ounce coffee martini. Okay.
So I wasn't handing it to you. I was thinking. Let me set it down. It's interesting because I know the flavor of this particular tequila.
Yeah.
I can't inherently just guess what it is. Although I think that might be, I don't know. No. Now that I smell it, this one's definitely the mezcal.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, I like both of those, but I do like the tequila one a little bit better.
This one is interesting. Somehow seems sweeter,
Yes.
which is fascinating, right? Because the sweetness level would not be the difference unless you like got a little heavy-handed on the grenadine.
No, I don't.
One.
I don't think I was on the grenadine, and it's interesting. So I do like this one with the mezcal, and it is one where in this small size I could sit and enjoy it, and then move on to something else. If I had this in a larger glass, I don't think I would enjoy it as much near the end. Near the end of drinking it, I'd be like, I'm done with this.
Mezcals do sometimes have that
Yeah.
stronger flavor, right? It's like an nympho.
I really like this one. I think it's balanced. It uses the lime super juice that we made a couple of weeks ago on the channel. And the interesting thing about this is, this is 1933. You've got lime, grenadine, tequila or mezcal. You fly forward to a recipe that we're going to do on the channel. From this little book, published in 1951, and it has something called the Sunrise Tequila. And it uses a lot of the same elements. And these are elements, the lime and the grenadine, that you see used over and over and over in the evolution of the tequila cocktail moving forward.
Well, and I can see that though, right? Because you've got the sour, the sweet.
It all sort of goes together, and then it's a matter of, from this point forward, refining it. But I got to say, that is pretty well refined for me. I kind of really like that one.
Yeah. So if you like
If you like tequila and
tequilas and
mezcal,
mezcals, this
Yeah.
is something for you.
this is look back at these to see where we are today, and choose your favorite mezcal or your favorite tequila.
There you go.